The journey of WhatsApp. From an idea to a global phenomenon. WhatsApp's journey began in 2009, a time when iPhones and smartphone apps were still relatively new concepts, and Facebook was riding a wave of tremendous growth. Brian Acton, after being rejected for a job at Facebook, teamed up with his friend Jan Koum to pursue a bold idea, creating their own smartphone application. Initially, WhatsApp was designed as a platform for users to update their statuses. However, its private messaging feature became the breakthrough that catapulted WhatsApp into a global phenomenon. At a time when traditional SMS messaging was still quite expensive, WhatsApp emerged as a free, instant messaging solution that connected people worldwide via the internet. Unlike other free apps that monetize through ads or selling user data, the founders of WhatsApp were staunchly opposed to including ads in their product. In fact, their disapproval of ads was one of the reasons they left their previous jobs at Yahoo. Their commitment to keeping WhatsApp ad-free was openly stated on their official blog. Moreover, the idea of selling user data was off the table, as both founders valued privacy above all else. Their mission was simple: to create a product that truly benefited users, while prioritizing quality and user experience. How did WhatsApp make money? In its early days, WhatsApp was funded by a few friends from Yahoo and kept its operating costs minimal. Unlike the typical Silicon Valley startup, their office was modest, with cheap IKEA desks and blankets for warmth instead of heating systems. WhatsApp chose a slow, steady path to growth, prioritizing product excellence over profit margins. As the user base rapidly expanded and new features like photo sharing were added, the need for more resources became inevitable. To sustain its operations, WhatsApp introduced a nominal fee of $1 per year. In some countries, users paid the fee up front when downloading the app, while in others, the first year was free, with the fee applied from the second year onward. Uniquely, if users didn't renew their subscription, they could still continue using WhatsApp for free. This seemingly unconventional strategy turned out to be highly effective. For most users, $1 per year was a negligible amount compared to the immense value WhatsApp provided. This approach ensured the app could cover operational costs without alienating its user base. Attracting investors without compromising values. Although profit wasn't WhatsApp's primary goal, the app's enormous user base and growth potential naturally attracted significant interest from investors. Initially, the founders were hesitant about accepting investments, fearing that external pressures might push them toward monetization strategies like advertising, which conflicted with their principles. However, firms like Sequoia Capital agreed to WhatsApp's strict terms, including a promise not to interfere with its development philosophy or force them to introduce ads. In exchange, WhatsApp secured substantial funding to scale its operations and refine its features. Success through relentless focus on quality. WhatsApp's philosophy was straightforward: focus on building a great product, attract users organically, and let that growth draw investor interest. This self-sustaining cycle enabled WhatsApp to become a global leader in messaging apps, showcasing how unwavering dedication to core values can drive extraordinary success. WhatsApp and the power of the network effect. WhatsApp greatly benefited from the network effect. An application becomes more valuable as more people use it. The more users WhatsApp attracted, the more connections people could make, amplifying its utility. To capitalize on this effect, WhatsApp adopted an aggressive growth strategy, eliminating service fees, ads, and paid features. This approach encouraged users to share the app with friends and family, creating a self-sustaining cycle of growth. This rapid expansion not only grew the user base, but also attracted significant investment, which enabled WhatsApp to continually enhance the user experience. However, this strategy carried a major risk: heavy reliance on external funding. Investors inevitably expect a return on their investment, and depending entirely on external capital is not a sustainable long-term solution, unless the ultimate goal is to sell the company for a substantial profit. A monumental acquisition. In 2014, Facebook's acquisition of WhatsApp for $19 billion made headlines and sparked widespread debate. Many questioned why Facebook would pay such an enormous sum for an app that appeared unprofitable. For context, WhatsApp generated just $1.2 million in revenue in the 9 months before the deal and was actually operating at a loss. To compare, Facebook had acquired Instagram for only $1 billion, a stark contrast. The $19 billion price tag could fund about 20 Mars missions or construct 13 Burj Khalifa towers. So, why did Facebook make such a bold investment in a messaging app that essentially duplicated features available in its own Messenger app? Facebook's motivation, data, and market domination. The answer lies in how Facebook envisioned integrating WhatsApp into its ecosystem. Facebook's business model revolves around collecting user data to deliver personalized ads, an approach entirely at odds with WhatsApp's privacy-focused philosophy. Moreover, Facebook's track record on privacy raised significant concerns. The infamous Cambridge Analytica scandal, where millions of users' data was harvested without consent, exemplified these issues. Adding to the unease, a leaked message from Facebook's early days revealed Mark Zuckerberg's claim of having personal data on over 4,000 Harvard students, a statement that raised questions about how this data was obtained and his perspective on privacy. Since then, Facebook has faced numerous privacy-related controversies, yet the company continues to operate largely as before. Despite Zuckerberg's promise to WhatsApp's founders that they could operate independently and without revenue pressure, skepticism persists. Can privacy remain free? The acquisition fueled fears that WhatsApp's privacy-first philosophy might be compromised. While Zuckerberg assured that the app would remain free from ads and maintain its independence, many users and industry watchers wondered if this promise could truly hold. The tension between WhatsApp's ethos and Facebook's profit-driven model remains a topic of debate, underscoring the challenge of aligning privacy with profitability in the tech world. WhatsApp, a shift in strategy, and the Facebook acquisition. In 2016, WhatsApp announced it would eliminate its $1 annual subscription fee, a fee that was never really enforced. On the surface, this seemed like a positive move, signaling Facebook's commitment to connecting the world rather than focusing on profit. However, a closer analysis reveals a different picture. By removing the fee, Facebook essentially acquired users and their data. With every new WhatsApp user, Facebook gained valuable data about user behavior, contact lists, and a wealth of personal information. Some argue that WhatsApp was a key tool for Facebook, providing a link between the offline and online worlds through users' phone numbers. With over 1 billion users, particularly in developing countries where Facebook's own messaging services weren't as popular, WhatsApp became a goldmine for data. The $1 annual fee was not a charitable gesture, but a strategic move to bring more users into Facebook's ecosystem. The data collected from WhatsApp users was far more valuable than $1 a year. The more user data Facebook gathered, the more refined their advertising targeting became, optimizing their core business model. A motivated acquisition, Facebook's strategy. Another key reason Facebook acquired WhatsApp was to eliminate a competitor. Reports suggest that Zuckerberg quickly made the acquisition offer after learning that WhatsApp's founders were in talks with Google. This move is part of Facebook's familiar strategy to maintain its dominance by acquiring potential threats. While WhatsApp's revenue was never publicly disclosed, it was evident that at the time, the app wasn't profitable and might never have been. However, for Facebook, the goal was never to generate immediate profit from WhatsApp. Instead, the company sought to own the user data, which would allow it to expand its influence to billions of people. With such a vast market, Facebook could certainly figure out ways to monetize this data in the future. The irony of WhatsApp's acquisition. The relationship between WhatsApp and Facebook has always been filled with irony and contradictions. WhatsApp was founded with a strong emphasis on privacy, a stark contrast to Facebook's data-driven business model. This fundamental difference sowed the seeds of many dramatic events to come. Before WhatsApp came into the picture, Brian Acton, one of its founders, had been rejected by Facebook. Just a few years later, Facebook ended up paying $19 billion for the messaging app Acton helped create, making him an employee of the very company that had turned him away. The conflict began when Facebook made it clear that it wanted to monetize WhatsApp and share user data across its platform. Acton, who valued privacy, vehemently opposed this plan. Ultimately, he left Facebook in 2017, forfeiting about $850 million in stock, as a clear sign that he prioritized user privacy over personal financial gain. Acton's post-Facebook actions, a strong stand on privacy. But Acton didn't stop there. Just a year after leaving Facebook, he publicly expressed his deep concerns about how Facebook handled user data. Acton invested $50 million into Signal, an open-source messaging app focused on security and privacy. This move was seen as Acton's attempt to rebuild the original vision of WhatsApp, a messaging app that prioritized user privacy and security. The story became even more complicated when, in 2017, the European Commission fined Facebook €110 million for providing misleading information during its acquisition of WhatsApp. Facebook had previously stated that it wouldn't be able to merge user data between the two platforms, but it was later discovered that Facebook had shared data, including phone numbers, for targeted advertising. This contradiction between Facebook's promises and actions raised serious doubts about the company's commitment to privacy and eroded user trust. Further tensions and the departure of Jan Koum. Following Acton's departure, Jan Koum, WhatsApp's other co-founder, also left Facebook. The reason was believed to be differences over weakening WhatsApp's encryption mechanisms, aimed at making the app easier to commercialize. The exit of both founders highlights a significant philosophical divide about the future of WhatsApp. Currently, WhatsApp is exploring new business models, such as WhatsApp Business, a service that allows companies to connect with customers. However, charging businesses for failure to respond within 24 hours has not yet proven as successful as hoped. WhatsApp, from monetization to privacy concerns. WhatsApp previously implemented a $1 subscription fee per user, but this model was eventually abandoned. Now, reports suggest that WhatsApp is considering displaying ads in sections like the status feature to boost revenue. This signals a shift in WhatsApp's approach, moving away from its original principles and raising questions about the app's future and its ability to balance monetization with user privacy. In reality, despite WhatsApp's direct monetization efforts, its core value to Facebook has always been the user data and the ability to integrate WhatsApp more deeply with Facebook, Instagram, and other platforms. In early 2021, due to Apple's new transparency requirements, WhatsApp became the center of a major controversy. WhatsApp was forced to inform users about the data it could share with businesses and third parties, including phone numbers, profile pictures, status updates, contact lists, active status, login history, purchase info, financial data, IP addresses, location, and more. Initially, WhatsApp required users to accept these terms by February 8, 2021, or their accounts would be locked. Users could delay the acceptance by tapping a button, but the pop-up messages would become more frequent until eventually, users could no longer postpone and would face restrictions on app functionality. Despite a strong backlash, WhatsApp extended the deadline to May 15, 2021. However, this was more of a public relations move, as the policy itself did not change. The update did not modify the privacy policy, but simply clarified what WhatsApp had been doing for years, something they were now required to disclose due to Apple's new regulations. This raises a big question. Why do people continue to use WhatsApp despite the privacy concerns? According to a Reddit response, it's simple. Users don't trust WhatsApp, but most don't care about privacy. When asked about trusting WhatsApp, privacy-conscious users decisively said no, with many listing the sharing of data with Facebook as a primary reason not to use the app. The network effect, however, keeps WhatsApp dominant. Even if someone wants to switch to an app like Signal, it becomes pointless if their friends and family don't use it. As many users shared, when WhatsApp was bought by Facebook, nearly everyone in their social circle used it for everything, including business. WhatsApp has become so entrenched in daily life that users are left to choose between privacy and staying connected. There are few alternatives. The purpose of this video isn't to attack WhatsApp or Facebook, but to discuss data collection, which is a common practice among many companies and isn't some secret conspiracy. We don't oppose data collection for personalized ads as long as companies are transparent about it. In fact, without ads, platforms like YouTube wouldn't be able to offer free content like this video. Similarly, Facebook depends on ad revenue to provide free access to its social media platforms. WhatsApp, as a globally connecting app, isn't exempt from this model. This video may seem somewhat gloomy, and some might think it's exaggerated, but most businesses and apps collect, share, and sometimes sell user data, ranging from local store loyalty cards tracking your shopping history to cookies tracking your online browsing. Data collection has become so prevalent that the data WhatsApp collects might not be that alarming. However, it's important to consider the trade-off between our personal information and the use of free services. We must think carefully about the cost of privacy when we allow companies to track our online activities and merge that data with other information they hold about us. There's no solid evidence that WhatsApp reads message content, although concerns about security around this still exist. So, after considering all this, should you delete WhatsApp? Ultimately, the decision is yours. Many users in the US have switched to other messaging apps, but some apps that seem more secure, like Telegram, actually offer less security than WhatsApp, as they don't encrypt messages by default. Recently, there has been a debate online between proponents of different messaging apps, with neither side holding a clear advantage. If privacy and security are a priority, especially with Facebook holding so much information about you, Signal, the app created by Brian Acton, might be a worthy alternative. Signal is a non-profit supported by a billionaire and is under less pressure to generate profit compared to other commercial chat apps. It's also an open-source platform, allowing users to check how the app operates, something many other chat apps can't offer. If privacy is your top concern, you should explore apps like Signal. However, if you're already using Facebook, Instagram, and Messenger and understand how Facebook works, continuing to use WhatsApp might be acceptable, especially when your friends and family are on it. WhatsApp is convenient, and for many, that convenience is worth sharing data. If all Facebook does with your data is show you better targeted ads, it may not be that bad. In conclusion, the decision is yours. However, with any app or website, understanding the data you're sharing and how it's used is crucial, especially as our lives become increasingly intertwined with technology. Connecting with technology is not inherently wrong, but remember, if you're not paying for the product, you are the product. Thank you for watching this video. If you found it useful, don't forget to check out similar videos to support the team.